Hello and welcome to the Philosophy of Perception, which is a brand new course here. We're going to take an introduction to the idea of the philosophy of perception. Specifically, we're going to be getting into some really interesting things, and I'm going to cover what we're going to get into in the just a little bit later on in this video, in this introductory lesson. So what really are we talking about? What is perception? What do we mean when we're saying we're going to do the philosophy of perception? As in, what is the definition, effectively? So, according to the dictionary and to Google generally, really, the perception is the ability to hear, to become aware of things through senses, sensory perception. So we have the ability to hear things, the ability to see things, to feel things, to taste things, to smell things. These are all examples of things we perceive. Okay, and the idea is perception is really quite interesting. It doesn't sound very interesting when we take a sort of surface level approach, but when we actually start to think about the details of the philosophy of perception, we start to realize that it's actually quite a complex issue. It links to our understanding of metaphysics, which is the sort of understanding and the philosophy of reality, effectively, and it also links to our understanding of epistemology, which is the study of what we know and how we know it, how we can, find justification for what we know, and it effectively looks at the study of our relationships with the outside world, our relationships within our mind to the outside world, and how we can really start to really understand that relationship on a philosophical level. And in this course, what we're going to do is take an introduction to the basic challenges that are faced by people who are trying to study perception, and we're going to do an overview of the topics in philosophy, in modern philosophy, and go a little bit back and have a look at some of the older arguments that have been made about perception in general. So specifically in this course, we're going to look at the problem of perception, which is really just setting the groundworks for where the issues philosophically come from. We're going to look at two quite interesting arguments, which is the illusion and the hallucination arguments, for why there isn't any kind of direct link between our minds and the real world. We're going to then try to answer the illusion and the hallucination argument by looking at different theories, and we'll start by looking at sense data theory, or the sense datum theory of perception, and then we're going to finish off by looking at the idea of indirect realism as a theory of perception, and then take a little introduction to the kind of problems that we could be facing if we're going to accept indirect realism as a philosophy. So, like I said, in the next lesson, problem of perception, that's what we're going to start off, and we're going to start looking into the philosophical details, and all I can say is thank you for watching.